Hey guys, what is up? Josh Short here from Edit Video Faster. Welcome to Lesson 8 in learning your After Effects keyboard shortcuts. This one is all about keyboard shortcuts for your footage. Let's jump right into it. Our first keyboard shortcut for footage is to import a file. So with no folders in the project panel selected, if I hit Command or Control and the I key, Command if you're on a Mac, Control if you're on a Windows computer, and hit the I key, it's going to open up the browser where you can select a file. You can select multiple clips at the same time if you want, and then click Open. I'm just going to do one just to show you. And then over here in the project panel, that just plops it in right on the root level. And let's say I want to throw this into a folder. If I have the folder selected now, and I do Command or Control I, and then open up a clip, it's going to import it directly into that folder. Next, to add the selected item in the project panel into the most recently active comp, hold down Command or Control and hit the /. Actually learned this one today doing research for this tutorial. Never actually used this particular one before, but I do think this could be helpful for some of you. Now, if we want to replace this clip with, let's say, another clip from the project panel, let's tack on the Option or Alt key. So Command or Control, Option or Alt, and the /, and that's going to replace that selected layer with the selected source. Alternatively, I use this one all the time with the layer here selected in the timeline. Now go over to the project panel. If you hold down the Option or Alt key and drag this onto the timeline, that's going to replace that clip. So if we did any changes to it, let's say the scale, and then now we want to replace it, but we want to keep that scale or all the effects or all the keyframes, everything that we've already done to this clip. If we hold down the Option or Alt key and drag the new file on, that's just going to swap it, keeping everything else the same, including, the scale adjustment that I just made. If we want to delete a clip without having After Effects warn us saying, hey, this is actually in the timeline, we can hold down the Command or Control key and hit backspace, and that's going to delete the clip without any warning. Deleting the clip, if we just hit the backspace key, that's going to tell us, hey, you have a clip in one of your timelines, in one of your compositions. Are you sure you want to delete it? So if you don't want this little warning box to pop up, tack on the Control or Command key, and that's going to delete the clip. If we need to interpret the footage for a selected clip, we can select it in the project panel, then use Command or Control, Option or Alt, and the G key, and that's going to pop open on my other screen. Let me drag this over. That's going to pop open the Interpret Footage dialog box, so if you need to change its frame rate or something like that, you can do that here using Command Control, Option Alt, and G. If we select a clip and we need to edit it in its original application, this is, in my mind, mostly useful for Cinema 4D Lite files. So if we need to open up a file back over in Cinema 4D or wherever it came from, we can use Command or Control and the E key, and that's going to pop it back open. This is just a QuickTime movie, so it's going to pop it open in a QuickTime player for me. But if it was a Cinema 4D Lite file, it would pop that open in Cinema 4D Lite, and you can make your tweaks there, save it, and then when you come back to After Effects, it'll be updated. All right, and our last one here, if we need to replace a selected item, like on the project side of things, not necessarily in the timeline side of things, but let's say this is actually in here already. Let's say we want to change this clip in the project. If we're on a Windows computer, you'll use Control and H. If you do that on a Mac, your application is going to be hidden, so we have to tack on the Control key. So for Mac, Command Control and H with that clip selected, and then we can click a new clip to replace it with, and it's going to replace it here in After Effects for every instance of that clip throughout all of your compositions, all of your timelines, etc. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find it. Remember to subscribe to this channel as well so you see the rest of the series and more videos like this one. You can always head on over to editvideofaster.com to see even more content. And remember, I also have a newsletter that I put out every few weeks talking about kind of stuff in the video editing world that you might find helpful. I'll link that down in the description below. So thank you again, and I'll see you all around in the next video. Bye.